I'd like to start off and introduce myself. My name is Randolph. I'll be your narrator throughout this tape set. Okay, we're up to the 113th contact now, and that happened on Sunday, August 6th, 1978. One of the things they talked about, Billy had a question about the Catholic Church, and Quetzal says, yes, I'll run over that for you. He says, shortly there will be a new pope, that the pope that's in office right now will pass away, and it will be time to elect a new one. Now, we're in 1978 here. I'll try to keep the dates straight here so you can follow this. He says this new pope will be elected by 111 cardinals on Saturday, August 26th. His name is Luciani. He will be called Pope Johannes Paul I, Pope John Paul I, okay? And they take, from the moment of time that it's introduced that this man may become pope, it only takes 33 minutes for them to deliberate and to decide that he should be the next pope, which apparently is rather quick for them. Well, oddly enough, even though it only took 33 minutes for him to be decided upon, he's going to be dead in 33 days, on September 28th. First thing he did is he broke tradition by not wanting a fancy coronation when he became pope. All he wanted was a simple ceremony, and this really angered the cardinals. And for the weeks that followed, just a couple of weeks after that, he seemed to be offending a lot of the cardinals and causing lots of problems. And apparently the cardinals feel that they are the real power of the Catholic Church, and the Pope is just a figurehead. So already a plot was put into motion to actually kill this poor Pope, or it's going to be put in motion because we're talking in the future here, to kill this poor guy. So Pope John Paul I is already in trouble. They poisoned him on September 28th at 2307 hours. That's 11 o'clock in the evening, 11:07 in the evening. He's going to be poisoned with a very fast-acting poison that disappears quickly in the body, and it will appear as though he had a heart attack. But according to the Pleiadians, it was no accident. The cardinals actually poisoned him because they didn't want him any longer as the Pope. They were afraid that he was going to become too friendly with the public, too lenient, and they would lose some of their control and some of their power. Billy questioned, well, whether or not they would actually get caught at this, because apparently they've done it several times in the past where the cardinals have actually poisoned or in other means gotten rid of popes. And Quetzal remarked, no, it's very hard to catch them. You must remember that the Vatican is a separate state in Italy. It has its own police force, its own little government, its own post office. And the Italian government or no other government really has authority to investigate or do anything. And Billy thought this was kind of sad that this sort of thing was really happening. Billy's not much for religion, but at the same time he doesn't go along with murder at all. His successor begins the prophecies that Billy's talking about, because there's only going to be 3 more popes now. He's the 3rd one. There'll be 2 more after him. His name is Pope John Paul II. He's the 264th Pope. He will die in the near future. They know the date, but they don't want to give that date just at that point. The world will then be astonished when that Pope that comes along next will also be killed very shortly. Then that would be the second to the last Pope. He won't have a very long reign whatsoever. Then the last Pope will come into power, and he will be a Pope with the number value of 5. And he will bring Catholicism into the world arena of war and so forth, and reveal the Catholicism for what it really is. He will be the 266th and last Pope. That the prophecy says, and they say that Billy is correct, that will be the end of the Christian Church, or at least the Catholic Church, that the war will have broken out, and Italy will be overrun, and Catholicism is going to be stamped out, was kind of the phrase they used. That'll be the end of it. Billy must be very careful not to reveal any of these events, because of course they haven't happened yet, and he should never do anything that influences the future. He must be very careful about that. So he assures them that he will not. So we'll have to see how his hand plays out. Actually, at the time of this tape in '92, I don't know which Pope we're on. If we're on the 265th or 266th, so you might want to check it out. If we're on the 266th Pope, that's the last one.